So, hello vinyl community, Bill here again, and I'm back to do the third of Richard McCook's dreadful, is that the word he used? Or crappy, I'm not sure, uh, challenges. So I've done the counting challenge and I did equally badly with the states of your records. So I'm back for a third attempt. But Richard, I must say I'm disappointed because I was sure that you were going to choose record titles or album titles that have the name of an element in the periodic table for your last challenge. So I'd already looked out Tin Soldier by Small Faces, Heart of Gold by Neil Young, and Silver Machine by Hawkwind. And I was wondering if I'd get half a point for Below the Salt by Steel Eye Span, a half point for the element sodium, but to no avail, all that preparation, and instead we've got nationalities. So I'm sure I've got a couple of dodgy ones that I'll get marked down for or no nil point. So here goes. So we start off with the continents and having to hold the banana in place here. But we have the Velvet Underground with Nico, and the banana peel's just fallen off there. And in the listing, we have European Sun as the fifth track on side 2. And then the only other continent I've got is Africa, and this is Paul Simon's Graceland, and the track is Under African Skies. Then if I'm following the pattern that Richard started, we'll go to the British Isles first. And I'm not sure if Richard will allow this one, but this is the Awards, and it's a double album that came out at the time of the Brits. And the actual album says British Record Industry Awards. This is a 1989 compilation. It's got some interesting stuff on it, including Whitney Houston's One Moment in Time and In Excess with Never Tear Us Apart. So that's for British or Brits. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to be allowed points for this or not. This is actually, some people have had to go to the classical collection. I had to go to the comedy collection. And this is an album by 3 lawyers from Aberdeen who did a good comedy act and packed out His Majesty's Theatre in Aberdeen. But if I go into the sleeve and we go, I'll show us a close-up of this, but they have the Scottish Showbiz is the 5th track on side 2 of that album. So not sure if a comedy track counts or not. And then for English, I've got the Pretenders 2 and the English Roses. The English Roses. And then Irish, I've got the great legendary guitarist Rory Gallagher and Rory Gallagher's Irish Tour. Now, like many of you, I couldn't find anything for Welsh, but I didn't, since I've shown the other parts of the United Kingdom, I didn't want our Welsh friends to feel left out. And this is by a Welsh band called Man. And you can see the Welsh man with his Welsh flag in the top corner of this. But the one really to show of this, I love this album, is when you open it, you get a wonderful map of Wales, and you can see tugboats pulling Wales away from England, and there's guys with barge poles pushing at the border as well. So that's Man's Map of Wales, and the origami inside the album, Be Good to Yourself at least once a day. So that's all our British cousins catered for. And I've got two here. I'm not going to use American from American Epic. I've got something else much better for that. But we've got the Indian Tom Tom is one of the tracks on, or the last track on side one of this album. And it's actually by Big Chief Henry's Indian String Band. So this was tracks recorded in the late 1920s, early 30s, when Native Americans were referred to as Indians. So don't think that's PC any longer, but let's move on. And then Pete Townsend, and part of the title of the album is here, where it is All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes. So that's for China or Chinese. A lot of people have shown this particular track, but this is from a different compilation with a wonderful illustration by John Patrick Byrne, who also did a lot of the covers for the Jerry Rafferty albums. And yeah, this is the Beatles ballads and Norwegian Wood. So there we have, that's the only Scandinavian one I could find. Let's follow with a Queen of Soul and Spanish Harlem. I think Spanish, there's quite a few songs, Boots of Spanish Leather, and they had Spanish Bombs was one of the other ones that's been shown already. But I think Rob Eisen showed this one already. And from Steely Dan's The Royal Scam, we have got Haitian Divorce. And then I've got some others to show that aren't on vinyl. So Rob also showed this one. I had to go to the cassette rack for this one. Crowded House Woodface, and there's a track on here called Italian Plastic. Right, this is one that I think, well, I'm hoping that Richard will be lenient on this one. I think we have, first time I've seen this one, but it's from this wonderful jazz album, Time Out by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. And the track is, of course, Blue Rondo a la Turk. So Turk rather than Turkish. Please. And then I mentioned about American before, so I've gone for Green Day's American Idiot, which is a fantastic sort of punk album. And my wife and I like to play this full volume in the car when we're driving from Glasgow or Edinburgh back to Aberdeen. So that's American Idiot. And then Frank Sinatra. I used Moonlight in Vermont, I think the last time we were doing American states. But this one has got French Foreign Legion. Then pub, the best pub jukebox in the world ever. And on the second last track on CD2, you have the Vapors and Turning Japanese. And then I think I'm going to get a bonus 5 points for this, but we'll see. Some other people had gone for their classical collection, and I've gone for Dmitri Shostakovich, and wait for it, Overture on Russian and Kyrgyz themes. So Kyrgyz, people from Kyrgyzstan. So I haven't seen that one before. I haven't watched all the videos that people have posted, but I'm not sure. I think I should get 5 extra points for that. So I think I've got 3 more left to show, but many more nationalities. So first one is from Rude Boy Revival, the very best of mod, ska, skin, and two-tone. And on the end of disc 1, down at the bottom, we've got Desmond Decker and the Aces and Israelites. I think Rob Ison showed that one too, as he did with this next one. You think we'd been comparing notes, but yeah, the great slide guitarist Roy Cooder, Paradise and Lunch, and Mexican Divorce is the track on here. So I think I said I'd 3 more, no, yeah, I said I'd 3 more records to show, and I've shown 2. And I'm going to claim another few nationalities for this one track, but still I'll get nowhere near Dale from Gatefold 33's impressive collection and 40 plus nationalities. But Richard knows I like to test him or stretch things a bit or subvert. And this time I'm going to cover additional points for Canadian, Dutch, Belgian, Swiss, Kenyan, Argentinian, and Australian. And the way we cover those 7 is the White Stripes Greatest Hits. And the very bottom last track on side D is 7 Nation Army. So I know that Richard won't allow that at all. Now, if it had been 7 Nationalities Army, I might have got away with it, but somehow I doubt it. So There you go. I very much just also ran. It's the taking part, not winning that counts. So thank you, Richard, for another wonderful sort of crate digging, check all the sources challenge. Great fun. And yeah, I think you should take a break for a while and let the rest of us have more of a normal life until we've recovered from these three challenges. But it's been great fun. All the best to you, Richard. And yeah, 7 extra points, please. Bye just now, and we'll see you next time.